Hello everyone, welcome back to the very exciting game played between Ding Liren and Hikaru Nakamura. Ding is white and he plays pawn to d4. So, in reply, Nakamura moved pawn to d5, pawn to c4, and Nakamura played pawn to c5. So, basically, it is Queen's Gambit declined and it is called Austrian defense. So, game goes on. C takes d5, knight f6, knight to c3, and knight takes d5. So it is as usual, normal, and knight to f3, c takes d4, queen takes d4, knight takes c3, queen takes c3, and knight to c6. So both players are developing their pieces, and center pawns have been created. So pawn to e4 and pawn to a6, bishop e2, pawn to e5, pawn to a3, and bishop g4. White castles and rook to c8, aligning with the queen. So when Nakamura will move his knight, the queen will be attacked via discovery. So next, queen to b3, just defending his queen and stepping aside, and knight to a5, just attacking the queen again. Queen a4 check, pawn to b5, and queen comes to d1. Queen takes queen and rook takes queen, and knight to b3, just attacking the rook on a1 square. So rook moves to b1 and bishop to c5, just trying to control some squares in black's camp. And king to f1, just moving his king toward the center because the game is going towards endgame because some of the major pieces have been exchanged. And pawn to f6, so rook d3 and bishop e6, and knight to d2 and knight to d4 and pawn to b4, just closing the queen side completely and saying, Hikaru, what do you want to do with your bishop? So bishop to b6 and bishop b2. Knight takes e2, king takes e2, and king e7, just moving king toward the center. And here comes the move. Pawn to f3. And this is basically a complete blunder for Ding Liren. The move pawn to f3 is a blunder and it will cost Ding Liren a lot of things in the upcoming game. So in this game, why pawn to f3 is a blunder? The point is the c file is open and look at the bishops. Nakamura bishops are just slicing the board completely. Whether Ding's bishop is not doing so much and it is blocked by black's pawn chain. So it is not doing so well. And that's why it was very needed to just counter the c file and move his pieces. So what is the best move in this position for Ding Liren? Can you spot the move? Take your time for some seconds and try to find the best move for the white. So basically, as I said, the C file is open and it is very important to control the C file, and actual move is rook to C3 because right now white is controlling C file. If rook will trade, then bishop can take easily, and after that if another rook comes in the move, then this king can move here or he can play another good moves. That's why. And let's see what happens after pawn to f3. So here comes rook c2, just entering the position. And right now, Ding tried to control the c file, but it is too late to control the c file, and he moved rook to c3, just countering his rook. Here comes bishop to c4 check, king e1, and bishop f2 check. The point is, if you will take, then I will take. And after that, the king side pawn structure is going to be fall apart. That is the point. So king said, fine, I'll move my king to d1, and here comes bishop, rook takes c3, bishop takes c3, and rook d8, just countering again the d file where king is facing issues because only knight is saving right now his king, and knight is pinned due to rook check. So next move, rook to a1, bishop f1, pawn to g3, and bishop e3, pawn to a4, just trying to break the queen side somehow so he can find some counterplay against the black. So b takes a4, rook takes a4, bishop b5, rook a1, rook d3, rook to c1. So position is completely going to be lost for white because black is squeezing the position, and white's king has no lot of squares to move, and his pieces cannot do anything. Look at this bishop. He is playing like a pawn. He is trapped in his own zone. So pawn to h5, just trying to control the king side. So king c2, bishop takes d2, bishop takes d2, rook takes f3, and this is the starting of falling pawns from king side. And rook e1, bishop c6, just attacking another pawn. Right now it is defended by this rook, but somehow it when it will deflect from here, the pawn is going to be fall. So rook to e3, it was another problem. It was another bad move played by Ding, because rook f2. Right now he's attacking this pawn chain where the pawn h2 is very weak, and he moved on to h4, and here comes bishop a4 check, king c3, and king to e6. So game goes on, rook e1, rook g2. He will try to defend this pawn at any cost, but let's see till which point Ding can defend this pawn, because as soon as this pawn will fall, the game is continue, or the game is completely lost for white. So let's see, rook e3, pawn, pawn to g6, bishop e1, bishop b5, king b3, bishop e2, bishop c3, rook f2, king c2, bishop g4 check, and bishop d2. Bishop e2, bishop c3, just moving their pieces here and there somehow. White black wants to break through the white's king side. So bishop f3 check, king d3, and bishop g2. Rook e1, pawn to g5, just trying to break down completely the king side. Bishop d2, g takes h4, g takes h4, and bishop f1 check, king c3, and here comes rook, bishop e2, bishop e3, rook h2, bishop c5, bishop b5, and in this position Liren resigned the game because there is nothing left in this game. Next, Nakamura will take down this pawn and he will get another pass pawn on h file, and after some time he will move this pawn and will try to break this, or he will try to attack through this diagonal, and this rook will come here on h4 and he will also attack this. So it is clearly lost position for Jing Liren, and this is the last position where Jing Liren resigned the game, and game ended in favor of Hikaru Nakamura. So thanks for watching.